Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Key West Uncovered, brought to you by your friends here at keywesttourist.com. I'm Claire, longtime resident of Key West, lover of all things island life, and I'm thrilled to share my home's vibrant spirit with you today, and I'm joined by my good friend and fellow travel enthusiast, Brad.
Hey everybody, Brad here in Key West for the holidays. Thanks for having me, Claire. I can't wait to dive into the festivals, events, and all the other magical highlights that keep me coming back time and time again.
We're going to cover three main topics. First, the exciting upcoming festivals and events in Key West. Trust me, there's always a reason to party here. Second, all the phenomenal live entertainment options. Third, we'll shine a spotlight on one can't-miss attraction, a restaurant you'll want to book tonight, a hotel that screams tropical bliss, and of course, a bar that embodies the spirit of Key West. Let's get started.
Yes, let's! Claire, first things first. Everyone's been buzzing about the New Year's Eve tradition with the conch shell. Please tell our listeners about that. It's something you definitely don't find just anywhere.
I'm glad you asked, Brad. Here in Key West, we do things a little differently. While the rest of the world might watch a fancy crystal ball drop, we lower a giant handcrafted conch shell from the rooftop of Sloppy Joe's bar. It's an island-style twist on the typical New Year's countdown. Picture crowds filling Duval Street, dancing, cheering, and soaking up the warm breeze as that conch shell slowly descends at the stroke of midnight. It's beyond festive. There's live music all day leading up to the drop, plus the Sloppytron big screen if you opt to stay indoors. The atmosphere is electric and oh so Key West.
A warm ocean breeze, a massive conch shell, and music that goes on until 2 a.m. Count me in. I love celebrating New Year's in a way that feels authentically local. And what I've noticed is that it's not just the moment of midnight. There's a big lead-up, right? The entire week is basically a party from dusk till dawn.
You've got it. We treat the entire week like a countdown festival. That's the Key West style. Any occasion to celebrate, we go big. You'll find dance parties in the street, live bands pumping out reggae, rock, country, or anything in between, and plenty of conch fritters and rum cocktails to keep the vibe going strong well into the early hours.
Now let's roll right into January. One thing that surprised me about Key West is that it doesn't slow down once the holidays are over. There's so much happening. Care to talk about the Key West Music Awards?
Absolutely. The Key West Music Awards on January 13th at the Key West Theater is a local gem. It highlights the best in our homegrown music scene, talented singer-songwriters, cover bands that elevate your favorite tunes, and plenty of new faces looking to share their craft. If you want to feel for the real, evolving sound of Key West, this is the event. Tickets are online, and I always advise booking early because our island venues are on the smaller, more intimate side. The show itself is filled with live performances and the excitement of discovering your next favorite artist.
That's perfect. I love the idea of an island music awards show. It must really bring out the who's who of the local scene, and maybe a few special appearances from bigger names too. But let's move on to an event that's sure to grab the foodie's attention. I believe we have a festival that pairs Key West's sunny weather with top-notch cuisine.
The Key West Food and Wine Festival. It's from January 21st through January 26th. Get your stretchy pants ready, Brad. This festival marries eclectic flavors with the island's laid-back style. You'll find everything from waterfront tastings to more upscale chef and winemaker collaborations. It's both refined and funky. Whether you're swirling a glass of Malbec on the beach or pairing a crisp white wine with fresh local seafood, the festival offers a huge range of ways to treat your taste buds. It attracts thousands of culinary explorers. I always tell people, come hungry, pace yourself, and indulge.
That's definitely up my alley. I love a festival where I can sip, savor, and move at my own pace. And let's not forget about Mile Zero Fest, happening the same week. I keep hearing about red dirt and Americana music. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't super familiar with that genre until a few years ago, but now I'm hooked.
Mile Zero Fest is one of the coolest boutique festivals around. The Truman Waterfront Amphitheater, right by the Gulf, hosts nightly concerts. You've also got daytime sets on the beach, poolside shows, and even special performances on sailboats. It's very intimate. You won't find enormous crowds or impersonal stadium experiences here. So if you're into artists like Steve Earle, Randy Rogers Band, or Wade Bowen, or if you want to discover new favorites, this is the spot for you. The sense of community is just incredible. And because passes are limited, it stays comfortable and welcoming rather than jam-packed.
That's exactly what I look for in a festival. Great vibes in a beautiful locale. So for the theatrically inclined, we have The Angel Next Door at the Waterfront Playhouse from January 22nd to February 8th, right?
Right. It's a comedic gem brimming with misunderstandings, well-timed one-liners, and a vintage feel. The setting at Waterfront Playhouse is charming in itself, perched near Mallory Square. And get this, you can cap off your day with a glorious sunset, then walk straight into the theater for a fun evening show. If you enjoy the screwball comedies of the 40s, you'll love the energy of The Angel Next Door.
That actually sounds like the perfect date night, sunset, dinner, and then a hearty laugh. Also, there's Ms. Holmes and Ms. Watson, apt to be at the Red Barn Theater later in January, correct?
Yes, running from January 28th through February 22nd. Kate Hamill's script reimagines Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson as modern women, with lots of witty banter and fresh twists. The Red Barn Theater is quite small, so you'll feel like you're in on every clue and comedic reveal. Tickets go fast because it's a beloved local venue. It's a great way to spend an evening. Plus, you're steps from Duval Street, so you can grab a bite or a drink after the show. That's my idea of a perfect Key West evening.
I love how you can get dinner, see a show, then keep the night going with live music. Which brings us seamlessly to our second topic, live entertainment. I know from experience that you can pretty much wander around town at any hour, stumble upon a performer, and be blown away. Share some of your favorite spots, Claire.
Key West's live music scene is a treasure. Irish Kevin's on Duval Street is a staple. They've got musicians throughout the day. Seriously, from around 11 in the morning until late. Schooner Wharf Bar and Grill near the historic seaport is another popular stop. They often have a singer-songwriter or acoustic set in the afternoon, then a full band at night. You can sit there, watch boats drifting by, and enjoy everything from oldies to modern hits. Also, check out Comedy Key West for stand-up if you need a good laugh. The variety is incredible.
I recall the Green Parrot Bar having some epic jam sessions. Their motto is, a sunny place for shady people, and they really do host some unique acts. Also, the crowd is so relaxed. I've made new friends just by wandering in at 5:30 for a set.
Yes, the Green Parrot is iconic. Don't sleep on smaller venues like Hank's Hair of the Dog Saloon or Tipsy Rooster. Sometimes you'll find real gems, a local singer who might blow you away with a country ballad or a rock band that amps the energy to 11. And if you're into salsa or jazz, you have Hemingway Distillery with Havana Nights Salsa Duo or Vive Wine Bistro showcasing the Orleans Jazz Trio. Channing Lynn Griggs, their clarinetist, has an unbelievably rich story and musical background, and she brings a soulful vibe to every performance. That's what makes it fun here. You can truly roam from bar to bar and discover something different at each stop.
I'm a big fan of spontaneity. It's that feeling of, all right, let's see what we stumble into tonight, and Key West never disappoints. All right, let's tackle our final segment. One top attraction, a restaurant, a hotel, and a bar, each with that unmistakable Key West flair. Hit me with the attraction, Claire.
Let's shine a spotlight on the Audubon House and Tropical Gardens. It's one of my absolute favorite historical treasures. The mansion was built in the 1840s by Captain John Hewling Geiger, quite the wealthy shipwreck salvager. This place survived the hurricane of 1846, making it a testament to both the island's history and its resilience. Inside, you'll find period decor that transports you to a bygone era. And outside, lush tropical gardens brimming with orchids and bromeliads. You can wander the gardens for a peaceful, enchanting experience right in the heart of the city.
So it's like a mini journey back in time, giving you a glimpse of how Key West's elite might have lived in the 19th century. And they house a gallery with Audubon prints and lithographs, right?
They do. The art collection is superb. You'll find rare original engravings and modern limited editions, too. They offer archival framing and shipping, so you can actually take a slice of Key West heritage home with you. It's one of those places that has local authenticity. You walk out not only with pretty photos on your phone, but also with a deeper appreciation of the island's past.
I love that. A bit of beauty, a bit of education. Next, let's indulge in culinary delights. Where should we eat if we want something beyond the typical tourist fare?
Bob's on Margaret is a hidden star, no doubt about it. It's in a quiet neighborhood, away from the bustle of Duval Street. They focus on fresh, locally sourced ingredients. You can treat yourself to perfectly steamed mussels in a buttery wine broth, or indulge in their sesame-crusted tuna. They're also super accommodating with vegan or gluten-free options, like eggplant caponata or grilled peach burrata. The atmosphere is upscale without being pretentious, and the flavors are absolutely top tier.
That's my sweet spot. Upscale yet unpretentious is exactly what I look for. I'd rather be in flip-flops while indulging in a gourmet meal, if you know what I mean. All right, how about a hotel that captures the quintessential Key West vibe?
Margaritaville Beach House Key West checks all the boxes. It sits near the biggest beach on the island and is a quick ride from Old Town. You can lounge by their lagoon-style pool all day or stake out a poolside cabana. In the evenings, grab a frozen drink and relax around a fire pit under the palm trees. The rooms and suites have breezy, island-inspired decor, some with garden views, some with pool views. It's laid back, luxurious, and unbelievably convenient if you want to hop into Old Town for nightlife.
I love a place that merges comfort and fun. That basically captures the entire Key West experience. Speaking of experiences, what about the bar we should all stop by at least once in our lives?
None other than Sloppy Joe's Bar. It's practically an institution here, open since 1937 on the corner of Duval and Green. Hemingway famously loved to hang out at Sloppy Joe's, so there's all this literary lore attached. These days, it's recognized on the National Register of Historic Places, and it's known for live music from 10 a.m. until 2 a.m. The signature sandwich, the Sloppy Joe, is reason enough to visit. But if that's not enough, they also host events like the Hemingway Look-alike Contest and the famous dropping of the conch shell on New Year's Eve.
I think Sloppy Joe's might have been the very first place I ever went when I visited Key West. Something about the music, the energy, the history, it hooks you right away. Let's face it, partying in a bar with so many stories in its walls is a different kind of thrill.
And that's Key West in a nutshell. History and revelry hand in hand. You can duck in for a cold drink, listen to some tunes, and realize you're standing in the same spot where Hemingway might have shared a laugh decades ago. There's magic in that feeling.
Indeed there is. I guess that about wraps up our main talking points, but I could talk about Key West all day. I always leave this place feeling recharged and ready to take on the world. It's that special blend of sun, surf, and soul that makes me return whenever I can.
You and me both, Brad. I've called this place home for many years, but even so, I never stop discovering new corners, new tastes, and new tunes. That's the beauty of living and exploring Key West. Whether it's your first trip or your 50th, there's always something fresh around the bend. Thanks for joining me in highlighting everything happening here in paradise.
It's been a pleasure, Claire. And to everyone listening, Key West is waiting. Flip-flops optional, but highly recommended. Get out here, catch that conch shell, eat incredible food, jam to live music, and see for yourself what makes this island so special. See you all next time.